Hello guys, it's number 3. Today I'll be doing part 1 to What If Naruto Was Trained by Kakuzu. I think I said that right. The dude on the screen right there. I'm doing this today because I don't want anyone to steal my thunder. So I'll be the first one to do this, I think. Well, I searched it up and I didn't find anyone, so I'm pretty sure I am the first. But I might not be, so everything goes the same till Naruto's 4 years old. Kakuzu is in the hidden leaf, just trying to find trying to capture one of his bounty. And then he sees Naruto there, and he can see in his eyes that this boy has hatred for his village, and the village hates him. By the way, Kakuzu can tell that he hates his village, and that the village hates him. By the way, people are looking at Naruto. Naruto has wind and earth chakra natures because he needs to have earth to make this work. So Kakuzu approaches Naruto. This time Kakuzu doesn't is wearing not wearing his usual clothes. He doesn't have the headband, so they can't tell that he is a rogue ninja. 'Cause I don't think they would let him inside if he was a rogue ninja. So Kakuzu approaches Naruto. Naruto is hesitant at first, but seems like this man is trustworthy. Like he wouldn't betray too many people. Kakuzu would betray anyone if for the right price, but does have a soft spot for Naruto, reminding Kakuzu of himself when his village turned their back on him. So Kakuzu offers this boy to train him. Naruto, asks if he's lying, because Naruto isn't very trusting of other people. So Kakuzu says, "I'm not lying. I will train you for the right price." Naruto saying, "I don't have any money." Kakuzu, "That's fine as long as you pay me later." Naruto agrees, thinking that he'll be able to pay it back once he gets older. So, Kakuzu trains Naruto for 4 years, not going easy on Naruto. Naruto learns practically everything that Kakuzu knows, but less. Naruto still needs practice on using some of the techniques. Kakuzu, taught him all the basic chakra control, the basics. Naruto learns Earth Grudge Fear, Earth Release, Earth Spear. If you don't know what those things are, I'll just tell you. The little the things that Kakuzu makes his arms to stretch out with the little metallic metal stitches, things like that. That's what the Earth Grudge Fear is, and with the masks, able to connect people's hearts to his, so he extend his life. That's what it is. And Earth Release, Earth Spear is a thing that he makes his skin like super hard, so he can withstand most attacks. Naruto also gets some of his Kakuzu's traits, like he's cautious, not arrogant, but is confident in his abilities. Never lets his guard down. He has a bit of anger problems. Doesn't trust people easily. And the reason Kakuzu stayed for so long, for years, was his bounty was a difficult man to catch. He wouldn't be if he wasn't worthy. Kakuzu wouldn't even try to catch him. So the pay must be really good, at least 35 million. So Kakuzu was willing to spend so much time to find the right moment. And after 4 years, he got the right moment and did kill the man, and taking the body with him, and left Naruto without a trace. Naruto does have the stitches like Kakuzu has, but he hides them well. People look at Naruto in a different way. He's creepier. His eyes are like Kakuzu's, but instead of the green pupil, they're the blue. Naruto also wears a mask like Kakuzu does, because why not? I think it would look cool with Naruto. So Naruto has an easy time going through the academy. He breezes through it. Though anything physical, no problem. On his second year, 9 years old, Sasuke and Naruto have a spar match thanks to Ruka Sensei. Naruto's excited because he remembers a time where he asked Sasuke to be his friend on the bridge. Sasuke ignored him like he was never there. This is a good time to get his revenge. Naruto can hold a grudge, let me tell you. He can hold a grudge. You do something he doesn't like, he'll remember it and he'll pay you back 2 times. So Naruto just ready to humiliate Sasuke. Iruka Sensei starts the match. Naruto just using his pure strength alone punches Sasuke in the face, sending him flying and into a tree. And Naruto knocked out Sasuke, no problem. Naruto is at tuning level, close tuning level. Nah, he's tuning level, maybe very low Jonin, not S rank ninja, not yet. He's only 9 years old. He's still practicing training. For a whole year he trained the same way he trained with Kakuzu. That is his training regimen. Does a lot of workout. He has weights now because Kakuzu is strong. So Naruto also wants to be that strong. He's formed a little bit of a bond with Kakuzu. He sees him as a father figure. They related to something, so Naruto had a bond with him. Simple as that. Even though Kakuzu was only in it for the money, Naruto didn't see it that way. So Naruto just walks off, thinking that he humiliated Sasuke enough. All the girls were in shock. They were just all in shock. Naruto, for the next 3 years, Naruto's still training. Like, he trained with Kakuzu, but harder. Every year, he made it harder for himself. It's been 3 years. Naruto is at least at Jonin level. Not low Jonin, at Jonin level. But he's not even I feel like he's an A rank. Not as strong as Kakuzu yet, but he's 12 years old. He's not Kakashi level yet, but he'll get there eventually. Naruto passes the test, even though Mizuki tried to sabotage him. Gave him a hard test, passed that. Slipped something in his food to make him feel nauseated, and make him have a harder time to control his chakra. Still did the clone, even with Mizuki's sabotage. Naruto still passed. Naruto had a suspicion to who it was, and he was gonna find out who tried to make him fail. He narrowed it down to Ruka Sensei and Mizuki Sensei. Naruto didn't suspect it could be Ruka. Ruka's too kind-hearted, but he could be wrong. But the likely choice was Mizuki Sensei. He always gave him a look. The look that he was a monster. Naruto knows what the look of a monster is. He's seen it all around. Ruka never gave him this look. Never. Let's see, what else? So Naruto, knowing that he shouldn't kill Mizuki Sensei, just beat the shit out of him. and makes Mizuki steal the scroll ceiling for him. Mizuki does get caught. Naruto expected this, that's what he wanted. So Naruto goes back after everyone thought that was just the end. Naruto goes back, steals the scroll himself, knowing that that could give him a lot of money, but that's not what he was after. He wanted to learn some jutsus that were in there. He had a scroll ready, wrote down the Shadow Clone Jutsu, something that could help him train more. I'm just freestyling it here. I'm tired. So he writes down just a couple jutsus. He only writes down 5 jutsus that he found interesting. Those will be later revealed. Though there's 5. He wrote down 5. One of them is a Shadow Clone Jutsu. Another one is easily guessed. Another one is easily guessed. The other 2 are not. So, it's the next day. Naruto gets signed. I don't know. Naruto, no one really wants to be with Naruto team. He's more hated and never even tried to make friends. He did have some people like Shikamaru and Choji, just some people. He didn't think of them as friends. He thought of them as people he thought of them as friends, but people he could easily betray him and people he could betray. So it was a mutual alliance. That's how he saw it. You don't attack me, I don't attack you. Not like a real friendship. Naruto has trust issues. Expected. Kakuzu left, so that gave him. He was pissed. But he let it go, knowing that he couldn't beat him, so he can't get his revenge. But he still holds the grudge. He'll pay back Kakuzu for leaving him once he's strong enough. That's his goal. Make Kakuzu pay for leaving him. Like his parents. They left him when he was a child. That's how Naruto thinks of it. Naruto's more pessimistic. The only goal he has right now is to find Kakuzu, be stronger than Kakuzu, find him, beat the shit out of him, and get it over. That's it. That's his whole goal. So, Team 7 is Sakura, Sasuke, Naruto. I could probably have done something better here, but if I did that, there's some things I do want to do with that, so the rest of the teams are the same. This is going to be a longer video, at least an hour, just because I'm walking around, so I'm not as tired. So, Team 7 is the same. Kakashi got started late. In the meantime, Sakura was trying to get as far away from Naruto and as close as Sasuke. Sakura introduces herself. No, people don't really know. People know Naruto that he's not someone to be messed with. And people think of him as creepy, having scars all over. Naruto doesn't really care. No one has seen him smile. Even if he did smile, no one can see from the mask he has. Sakura keeps asking questions, noticing that Naruto isn't as scary as she thought. So she asks, being friendly, asks asks simple questions like, what do you like? What do you do in your free time? Naruto completely ignores her, like Sasuke does. She gets annoyed. And Sasuke gets annoyed after Sakura just keeps asking. Sasuke tells Naruto to answer the question. Sakura's like, oh, Sasuke-kun. Sakura being Sakura, useless as ever. love with Sasuke. And so Naruto gets, this time he actually gets like, are you talking down to me? You think you can tell me what to do? And this is what Naruto's saying. You think you can tell me what to do? The boy I beat with a single punch, the one that I didn't need to do any effort. This is what Naruto's saying. This is hurting Sasuke's pride real bad. Sakura started to defend her, man. Like, yeah, that was when we were younger. Sasuke's a lot stronger than he was. As Naruto says, I am too. Naruto keeps talking. Sasuke isn't anything to brag about. He's a pampered boy. That's all he is. He's been given almost everything. His clan died. So what? I never had anyone. And the one person I felt close left. Naruto, Sakura just can't say anything. Then Kakashi was hearing all this and then finally came in and tells everyone to go to the roof. Naruto just doesn't really care for any of the effort. Just walks up there, the last one. Kakashi's like, finally you got here. Naruto just, Naruto was not, he's like Kakuzu. Doesn't say more than he has to, doesn't do more than he has to. Naruto's friendly once you get to meet him, once you get to know him better. When he was with Kakuzu, he was a friendly kid, when he actually trusts someone, finds them as a friend. He's a very lovable kind of guy. He's still Naruto on the inside, he's just Kakuzu on the outside. Doesn't let anyone get inside, so he doesn't get hurt. I get that. Some of you might get that too. So, Naruto, Kakashi asks everyone what their dreams. Naruto goes first, saying, my goal is to find someone and beat him. And he likes training, trying to become stronger, dislikes being with useless people and doing something that will never get me anything. Sasuke says the same emo thing he always says. Sakura says the useless thing she says. Kakashi tells him not to eat, that it will be too hard, you might puke. Naruto laughs at this idea. Remember the harsh times that when Kakuzu was training him? That was a good memory. Even though he was trained so hard, he spit a little blood from working too hard. It was a good memory for him. Kashi asks, what's so funny? Naruto says, it's nothing. It was a simple smile that you can't tell. So Kakashi just body flickers away. Naruto just starts walking off. Sasuke says, we're not done with our conversation. Naruto says, oh, I think we are. Just body flickers away. So, the next day. I'm back. So the next day, Naruto gets there the last one. Then Kakashi, an hour later, gets there. Naruto's not really talking, except to the Nine Tails that's inside of him. Yep, he's communicating with the Nine Tails, calls him Kurama and all. Nine Tails is actually grown fond of Naruto, seeing that he's similar to him. They actually have a bond. Kurama's the only friend Naruto. Kurama's the only fit person? Beast? I don't even know what to call it. The only thing in the cosmic thing that Naruto treats as a friend. they're having Naruto just has his eyes closed, having a nice simple conversation thing, saying this is a drag. This is why do I have to be here? Kuruma reminds him why he's doing this. He can go outside to do missions and maybe find Kakuzu. And Naruto's also, why didn't we just leave? Why didn't I just leave the village a long time ago? Kuruma saying, because if you did that, they would come after you. You're the ninth Tsurugi, remember? You're an asset to the leaf. Naruto just says, yeah, I remember. Rumo's also remembered how you're gonna pay back Kakuzu. Naruto's not really. Naruto just says, I'll think about that later. I could always do the thing Kakuzu did. Bounty hunting. Rumo says, that's a good plan. We just, doing the same thing. Kakashi gets their snaps out of Naruto when he was talking to Kuruma. Kakashi explains the belt test. Naruto is okay. This should be fine. Let's do this. So Naruto being cautious. Naruto is cautious, super cautious, like Kakuzu, but a bit reckless and sometimes when his anger gets the best of him. So, Kakashi says it's starting before Kakashi says to start, Naruto attacks, makes his hand stick out, trying to grab Kakashi's neck. Kakashi says, I didn't say start yet. Naruto saying, in the real world, there is no start or stop. Kakashi's impressed that this kid knows how to, that is how the real world works. There is no start or stop in the real world. Real war. We'll continue. So, Kakashi just says start. Naruto goes into the bush, into the trees, biding his time, being a bit patient, seeing what Kakashi's capable of. Sends out some shadow clones. 2 or 3. And they just go, they're just testing the water, seeing how strong Kakashi is. Naruto is at Jonin level, but not at Kakashi level yet. He's almost there. A couple more months of training, perfecting some of his jutsus, making, So, Kakashi impresses Naruto a bit, saying that he's stronger than an ordinary Jonin. Naruto is at a level of an ordinary Jonin. Kakashi is higher than an ordinary Jonin, so Naruto's impressed. And so, Naruto, testing out the waters, saw some minor flaws in Kakashi. Just some minor ones that he could exploit if he took the time to do so, if he made the right plan. Naruto takes up a plan, still sending up some shadow clones as they poof. Naruto summons some more to keep Kakashi distracted, to buy him some time, to come up with a plan that he could benefit from. Then it comes to him, what if we work together? What if I use the other two as a distraction and get the bells for myself? Naruto's a bit cold-hearted, just a bit. Not really when you get to know him. So he goes to find Sasuke first, knowing that if he got Sasuke on board, Sakura would be on board too. Naruto still saved Hinata. So Hinata still has a crush on Naruto, even though he's not dead. Okay, looks a bit dead, but he can still have children and stuff like that. He's not dead. Just looks dead. Yeah, sorry for the pause. So he finds Sasuke, tells him about the plan. That is, they work together, they can get the bells. And so Sasuke reluctantly says, has to agree to the plan. Because Naruto knows that Sasuke knows that they can't do it alone. Well, Naruto probably could, maybe, if he got another heart. And so, uh, and so, they find Sakura after Sasuke said yes. Then Sakura immediately agrees, knowing that Sasuke agreed. So Naruto makes up the plan, saying that you two will be a distraction, and that Naruto, will be the distraction, and then that me and Sasuke will be the distraction, and Sakura, because you're useless, you will be a perfect, he won't notice you. Me and Sasuke will distract, you try to get the bells from the behind. So Naruto, Sasuke jump out. Naruto summons 10 Shadow Clones. Sasuke doesn't know this. Doesn't know the Shadow Clone, so he does do a fireball, sends out a Kakashi. Kakashi dodges, and Kakashi are fighting. Naruto clones and Kakashi are fighting. The real Naruto is still at the trees. And Sasuke thinks that the real Naruto is there somewhere, and he's not. So that's how the Shadow Clones are fighting Kakashi. Sasuke is fighting Kakashi, and Sakura is trying to sneak up Kakashi, which is rather harder than you would think. He's occupied, but still has his guard up. Naruto is looking, and then he found a presence. He looked back. It was just an animal, nothing to be worried about. But he's always on guard, even though he's looking at something else. He always has to be prepared. Because in the real world, anything could happen. So now they're getting close because she's more distracted. Yes, we have to put out the Shining Gun. Noting that Naruto is stronger than it would seem. He's stronger than just again. You're just thinking, how strong is he actually? Naruto hasn't even used most of his power, keeping that a secret. Trying to keep most of his abilities secret, so he can surprise anyone. So he only shows off his most powerful moves if he knows that the person in front of him that will be seeing them will never be able to tell anyone else. But he uses them when he has to. And right now, he doesn't have to. He's posing like a Chunin level ninja, not a Jonin level ninja. So Kakashi's impressed. So Sakura finally gets close enough to try to steal the bells. She fails, and this opportunity, Naruto runs as fast as he can, which is pretty fast, and grabs the bell while Kakashi was distracted, looking at Sakura. He grabs 2 bells, and Naruto says, we did it. Kakashi just is shocked. He didn't think he didn't suspect that happening. And Sasuke and Sakura are like, what? That wasn't the plan. Naruto says, that was the whole plan. I just didn't tell you. I used both of you as a distraction, and I was the main person, and I was gonna get the bells. If you failed, Sakura, and which you did, which I predicted you would. Kakashi's little, impressed, and doesn't know if you should pass them or not. Because they did use sort of teamwork, but Naruto used Sasuke and Sakura, not like teammates, but as pawns to be played with. He is a bit of a mastermind, an evil mastermind. So, not Sasuke, Kakashi does pass Team 7, because they did technically pass, even though that's not the way Kakashi would imagine it, but they did pass. for the next month, they're doing D rank missions. Naruto is saving up the money so he could pay back Kakuzu for his teachings, which made him pretty strong. And the Naruto doesn't really participate in these. He thinks that they're too much of a bore and they don't pay enough. He got that from Kakuzu. He does things that he needs to, but nothing more, nothing less. And he does do things for money, because knowing that he needs to pay Kakuzu. And Kakuzu isn't a person who, they didn't set a definitive amount of money. So it could be a lot of money, or it could just be regular fee. So Naruto's preparing for the worst. So now he has a drive to get money to pay back his debt. So now Naruto's finally fed up, knowing that if he keeps doing D rank missions, he'll never get enough money to pay back Kakuzu. So he asked Lord Third, respectfully, knowing that Lord Third could have him killed, which is highly doubtful. Naruto's still being cautious. Respectfully asked if they could give a higher rank mission. And Lord Third agrees. Taluna comes in. He makes fun of Sasuke and Sakura, not Naruto. Naruto has the vibe of a killer. Someone that can kill you if you test the waters a little too much. So Kakuzu just makes up Sakura, that she's useless. What could this piece of trash do for me? I'm giving you my hard-earned money. Is she really qualified? And then Sasuke just, is this fucking kid can really help me? This kid who looks like he can do shit. And then he doesn't say anything about Naruto. Naruto's just smirking under that mask he has, thinking that what he's saying is funny. Kakashi notices because he's a fellow mask man. So, fellow mask man, they know when someone's smiling or not. So next day, oh yeah, I almost forgot. Sasuke and Sakura try to attack Sazuna. Naruto doesn't let them, knowing that without him, they won't get properly, That mean if he dies, well, that's bad reputation, and he might never get another mission like that again. So he can't let him die. Not yet, anyway. They're only tasked to get him safely back to the village. Anything other than that, well, that's just, bad luck. If he dies after we let him go, then that's just bad. After we leave, that's just bad luck. So next day, they set off for the Tazuna mission, and Naruto, high on alert like always, not letting his guard down. Demon Brothers jump out, extends his hands with his Earth Scourge Fear thingamajig, and just starts choking them slowly. And then he breaks their necks. Just tells them, keep walking. Not a big deal. Then Kakashi, knowing that Naruto is at least tuning level, so he asks Tazuna, what's the deal? Tells him to spill the beans to clear his conscience. Tells him about Gato and that his village is poor. And that he's sorry about lying. I don't know if he was sorry about lying. But I think he was sorry about getting caught. So, Kakashi asked everyone if they were willing to accept the mission, knowing that it's higher than 3 rank. Naruto says yes. Sasuke says yes. Sakura's hesitant, but Sasuke-kun did it. Her Sasuke-kun did it, so she's doing it. Like a puppy following her master. That sounded a little... Ugh. I want to keep that. And so, they get there. Tazuna Naruto notices a person, but then soon after, there's a white bunny. Naruto doesn't tell anyone, just keeps on walking, knowing that something might happen sooner or later. Kakashi says duck. Naruto doesn't duck, just catches the blade with his with Earth release, Earth spear. Made his skin practically like steel. Just caught it, no problem. Didn't cut him at all. Just sets the blade down on the floor, and you know, uh, Zabuza, Zabuza, bit shocked that this boy did his catch his blade, but then he looks closer and he's like, he reminds me of someone. But he can't put his finger on it. And so, Zabuza and Kakashi start fighting, goes a similar way. Kakashi gets caught in the water prison. Naruto steps in, and then he does his Earth Scorch Fear, and then that's like, then Zabuza remembers. It's like, you're similar to Kakuzu, the great bounty hunter. Naruto's like, you know him. He was my teacher. Makes sense. And Zabuza's also, how did you get him to train you in some of his special, techniques? Zabuza says. Naruto, being chatty more than ever. Just, he wanted payment, but I couldn't afford, so he said later. So Zabuza's thinking, he might be that he's thinking that must be a lot of money if Kakuzu was willing to train this brat. So Zabuza and Naruto go at it. Well, their Shadow clone and Water clone go at it. And the real Naruto goes after Zabuza and makes Zabuza let go of Kakashi. Zabuza does know some of Kakuzu's, jutsu, so that's what he's expecting. But he was still caught off guard a little, because he didn't think Kakuzu would teach Naruto Earth Grudge Fear. But then makes sense if the right amount of money was paid, then Kakuzu would, give him the thing, teach him. So Naruto and Zabuza keep fighting. Naruto's getting a bit over, Zabuza and Naruto are in a standstill. Right now they're purely taijutsuing, because Zabuza's blade's on the, stuck in the ground. Kashi's still recovering from not having enough oxygen for a while. Haku's in the trees, waiting for the right moment, if he needs to step in. But eventually Naruto, not gonna let him, overpower him, uses, the real Earth Grudge Fear and tries to take, Zabuza's heart. He doesn't succeed, but then Kakashi comes up, knocks him down, and then this gives Naruto the perfect opportunity to take Zabuza's heart. And he does. And Naruto already had a mask ready. He has 3 masks on the ready. Even though he can have 5 hearts maximum. The one inside his chest and the other 4 in the mask. I don't know if he could have more than just 4 hearts, but I doubt it, because Kakuzu killed a lot of people, so I think he would get the hearts if he could have more than just 4. And so he takes Zabuza's heart. This will extend his life, even though he still has his whole life ahead of him. The real reason Naruto took it is because this could give him more chakra natures. I don't know what chakra natures Zabuza had, but Naruto now has them. Haku is mad. He was about to attack, but then he has to control his anger and wait for the right moment. He can't be reckless. He took out this kid. Well, these two people took out Zabuza. And I don't think Haku was stronger than Zabuza. Maybe. But, like, they can definitely take out Haku. So that's what he's thinking. Sorry, he's thinking. So he just waits for the right moment. They continue with the mission. Naruto, Team 7, and escort Tazuna back to their house. Tazuna offered them a place to stay. Kakashi was spent still. Not as much, but he still had a couple while with that. He did use his Sharingan and spent quite a while in the water prison, so he was a bit exhausted. They'll only stay for a day or two. That's what Kakashi's saying. Not trying to overstay their welcome. And so uh so Naruto goes out and trains while Kakashi was teaching them how to tree walk. Naruto already knew this. Just walks off and gonna go practice some of the jutsus that he got from the scroll ceiling. Cause he just got shadow clones and he still could make them better. Because it's still taking up a little too much chakra. He's still using more than needs to, so he's gonna go practice that. And he might go practice some of the other jutsus. But he can't practice. He's gonna go try to be able to use the flying Raijin. I told you that was predictable. The flying Raijin. So Naruto, being smarter than he usually would be, now trying to figure that out, but also using shadow clones, and notices that he can learn more if he uses the shadow clones. So he summons a shadow clone, but that was after Naruto perfected using the shadow clone, which took him like a while. So he just kept making more shadow clones, and with each one he got better at it, using less chakra. By the time he perfected it, he already used most of his chakra, had like 10% of it left. So he just started tinkering with with the flying Raijin, trying to make his own seal. Hasn't even practiced yet. Doesn't barely know what it does. Just trying to make his own seal. And so Naruto goes back, but not before. But Haku was just watching him, trying to find out information about this kid who helped take down Zabuza. So Naruto goes back at later night, eats the food that's on the table, and then in the Anari, I think that was, says that his life is the worst, that his father died. Naruto just laughs. And Inari's like, why are you laughing? You think you have a bad life. Imagine your parents dying when you were born, or abandoning you, not even knowing which one it was. And then the one person you trusted leaves without a word. Now that's what I find funny. You think that you have a bad life? Don't make me laugh. Oh wait, you already did. Inari just storms off. Tazuna says thank you to Naruto to put him in his place, and everyone's just like looking at Naruto and was like, Naruto just what? And they just keep eating their food. Kashi just feel bad knowing that he could have taken in Naruto, and he's also wondering who's this person that he's been talking about. And then Kashi remembers Zabuza saying Kakuzu. This Kakashi feels that he's heard that name before. It's a familiar name, but he can't put his finger on it. And then he remembers more of the fight, and he heard bounty hunter, and then he's like, Kakuzu, the great bounty hunter. Because Kakuzu is pretty good at bounty hunting, and he has a reputation for bounty hunting for the money. So, and he killed one of the least ninja for the bounty. You know, stretching. So everyone goes to sleep in the morning. Everyone wakes up, and then Inari comes in saying, "Help, help! We're getting attacked in the bridge." And then everyone wakes up. Whole team 7 wakes up. They all go to the bridge, and they just start fighting. And it's Gato and his men, and Haku, which this not gonna be a problem. Not really. The Night tells Kuruma, takes Naruto inside the mindscape, saying, "Do you need some of my power to help?" And Naruto's like, "Who do you think I am? You think I'll need help with these people?" Being a little cocky, but, still, not a bit cocky, but still, not arrogant, just, he's confident in his abilities. But if he's seen someone, like, as far as he's seen, there's only like one person stronger, 2 people that are stronger than him, or at least his level, which is a Haku and Kashi. Those are the only people. So he's like, I could take out those those swords for hire. Maybe that boy over there, probably that boy over there. So everyone just starts attacking. Haku goes after Naruto real quick. He traps Naruto in the ice mirrors. Naruto just, finds a way to get out of this using Earth Grudge Fear, extending all his little needles. I don't even know what you want to call them. They're gray, things that kind of stitches-like thing. Just, this spreads that all over. This catches Haku. Haku tries to get out of it, trying to get inside one of his mirrors, but he can't. Naruto saying that if you didn't do this, that you might have had a better chance. Haku literally cornered himself. Like, it was a dome, and Naruto can, spread out all his things from Earth's Grudge Fear like Kakuzu did in the fight with Team Asuma. And, he cornered himself there, so that's his fault. If he tried something different, he could have had a chance. So Naruto, takes his heart, knowing that this could help him have water and wind and the ice release. Yes, Naruto will get an ice release by getting Haku's heart, takes it out. This, disturbs everyone, like he's taking a heart and then putting it like in a mask and then putting it inside himself. That's kind of weird, but worth it. Now he has ice release. He has Haku's heart, which gives him water, which I already think Abusa had, and has Sabuza's heart and his chakra natures, and Haku's heart and his chakra natures and his ice release. Naruto just keeps getting stronger. You know what I'm saying? Not Kakuzu's level yet, but he's getting there. Like I said earlier. So all that's left is Gato and his men, and Naruto. Naruto remembering that Gato is a wealthy man. So Naruto tells everyone not to kill Gato. And so not everyone else dies. Some just run away, knowing they can't win. So all that's left is Gato. Naruto makes a deal with Naruto makes a deal with Gato, saying, "If you give me everything you have, all the money, I will let you go." And Gato agrees. Gato just, starts running off. And then Kakashi throws a kunai and kills Gato. Naruto said, "I will let you go." But this is not his decision. Kakashi can do what he likes. You gotta be careful with the wording. If he said, we will let you go, then that's a good deal. But still, so Gato gets killed. They're all heading back to the mission. Naruto's stronger than he left. They get back to the mission. They get there a couple days earlier than in canon, like 5 days earlier. And then Kakashi, when they get back, tells everyone about the tuning exams that they should start preparing. It will happen in 5 days, in 1 week and 5 days. So everyone for that time, everyone gets prepared. Naruto doesn't even bother training anyone else, thinking that not thinking like he's preparing, because he's still being cautious and still not being arrogant. Still, think he can improve, just in case people are stronger than him. Still, which people might be stronger than him. Not really. Well, in the tuning exams, not really. There's Gara, which has a chance, and the rest, not really. So, and now, no, 2 weeks, practically 2 weeks passed by. Everyone's about to go to the tuning exams, and I think that's where we're gonna leave it off. I think I'm the first one who did this, so feel free to leave a like or a dislike if you didn't like it. This is Tempest Age